Radio Network, the world's conscious broadcasting network, live on iTunes and archived on iHeartRadio, the voice of consciousness. And now, join Shay Parker's Best of the Best, offering celebrity guests, lively discussions, hot topics, free psychic readings, and expert guest hosts. Simply the best in spiritual and metaphysical talk radio. Listen live on your phone or device using our universal mobile player. No app needed. Shay Parker's Best of the Best. Find out more at bestamericanpsychics.com.
So excited for today. Very, very, very special guest that we have today. And I'm just so excited to have her. Really looking forward to talking with her. She's an internationally acclaimed medium and clairvoyant, author of Survival of the Soul. She's also I Speak to Dead People, King You. And this is an incredible book about, teaching other people how to connect, how they can connect with their own vibration and their own spirit. So it's amazing because all she does is continuously help people find their own gift. And she was also, the star of a hit show, Life Among the Dead, Voices from the Other Side. And she is Lisa Williams' life. So that was also a hit show. And a lot of this we're going to talk about. Okay. She's also founder of the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development. And this is a school that is a passion for her. It's a passion to help people. It's a passion to find people to develop their gifts, to become certified, and to find that connection with spirit. So anyhow, I'm hoping she is here because this is my mentor, my teacher, one of my absolute most favorite people in the whole world, Lisa Williams. Lisa, can you hear us? Lisa, are you there? We're having a little trouble talking with you. Let's just give it another shot. Oh, there you are. Are you there?
I am. I just took my oh my gosh.
Did you have it on mute?
No, I didn't. I just had my headphones in, so I've just taken them out. So I'm just
gotta love spirit.
I know.
Well, I'm so excited to have you, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Oh my God, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
I was telling everybody how fabulous you are and how you're one of my most favorite people in the whole world.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'll pay you later because they don't.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you know some deep, dark secrets about me.
Oh my God, you kidding? I have some photos that are like good evidence. No.
Oh
no. So I want to take a minute and just start off with reminding everybody about your books that you had, author of, the Survival of the Soul, because that's been a huge hit for you, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I've got 3 books. Life Among the Dead, which is obviously my biography. Then I Speak to Dead People, Can You? So that was obviously a little bit about mediumship. But then, the one that you're talking about that I make everybody read is Survival of the Soul, which I got to tell you, it's about what happens when we die. But honestly, I don't remember writing that book. I do remember writing it because it was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears going into that. But you know, when I read the book, and I've read the book several times, it's so interesting because I think, did I write that? Are those my words? And really, they're not. It's completely channeled, but it was very, very interesting.
Well, and a lot of that you feel, right, was that you were channeling, and a lot of it talks about your personal experiences as well, right?
Yeah, it does, because I had a near-death experience. So of course I bring that into it. I think it's very important that people understand that. And I certainly work from my knowledge of spirit, which is really just, I don't know, I think I've just been working with spirit for so long that I have quite a lot of knowledge about it. And I've seen a lot of things and I've experienced a lot of things. And so obviously I do use my own experiences within that book. Absolutely.
Do you feel that your near-death experience really triggered you to do this work, or do you think it was just more of like, let me understand how it's affecting other people?
You know, I think my near-death experience I don't think it had an impact on my work because I was already doing this work anyway. So I think for me, it was part of who I was. I think what happened is it just took me to a new level. I think it heightened me. I think it took me up to a completely different level. I think it really did just really kind of give me the kick up the backside that I need to say, okay, it's time to start surrendering. Because what happened after that near-death experience, literally, probably 4 weeks later, I met Merv Griffin and my whole life changed. So it was really quite incredible, actually.
So yeah, I mean, what did you think? So with Merv Griffin, right? He had you come to the United States. Were you just like, what is happening?
Well, I had no idea who Merv Griffin was, bless him.
Oh,
Absolutely no idea. You've got to remember, I was this little English chick that just completely just came over to here on a whim, thought, you know, what the heck, I'm going to come over. And before I knew it, I'm sitting in front of TV producers, all of these people that are promising me the earth. And I'm going, okay. And it was a little bit of a whirlwind. But then I went home and my life went back to normal back in the UK. And then I had this random phone call, literally 2 years later, or probably about 18 months later. And it was from Merv Griffin again. I went, oh my God, because I'd totally forgotten that, you know, about the pilot that we'd shot. And then he asked me to come to New York and film another pilot. And I was like, what? And his producers were calling me. And that's when it did kind of take off a little bit. And I remember sitting in LA at the Regent Beverly Wilshire, the Pretty Woman Hotel.
Oh, yes.
Drinking champagne with the producers, thinking, I'm just a little English girl. I can't believe I'm in LA. And then suddenly we have the phone call that changed my life. And it was from Lifetime executives. It was from the agents that said, we think Lifetime want to take the show. And, you know, everything started happening before me. And then I got back on a plane and I went home to my then husband, Kevin. I went, I think I've got a TV show, but I don't quite know. Anyway, let's just carry on with readings. It was so weird.
Wow. But yeah, it completely changed. And it was a huge success here. I mean, it still plays around the world, doesn't it?
Well, I think it now is on YouTube, but people watch it all over the place. And it was 10 years ago, so it was before social media. It was before all of, you know, when things really took off. And yeah, it's quite incredible how the journey has unfolded. But yeah, a lot of it is on YouTube now, so people can Google that. And I did 3 shows. 2 were played in the US, and then 1 was everywhere else in the world except for the US. So it was a lot of fun. It was in the days of the short, spiky hair.
Oh, yes. But I've seen some of the videos, and it was just the level of information and how you connect to people is so inspiring and incredible. Do you still find joy in when you're able to connect people like that again and give them that healing?
Well, you know what it's like. I mean, when you can connect to somebody and you can connect to spirit in such a compassionate way, such an amazing way, such a just so authentically and so clearly, and help someone really get the closure that they need, it's undescribable, really. You can't explain how it feels, because it's almost like this this rush of energy, this surge of information, and I'm not really quite present for it, which is interesting, because I tell everybody to be present, and while I am present, it's like it's just running through me, so I'm not really taking it in or processing any information. And it's so amazing to actually get that information and just think, wow, this is changing someone's life just by a few words. But those few words just can mean everything to someone.
Yeah, it can really change their life or give them some hope or closing it, all of it. It is quite remarkable.
It really is when you sit back and think about it. I often do and think, and there's times, I don't know whether you feel like this, Colby, but there's times where I really think, is this really real, or am I making this up?
Or the worst is I remember once I had someone say, "Oh, I don't ever remember a reading I do," and I thought, well, that's just silly. How could you not remember? And it's true. You'll do a session, but you're just channeling the information. So it is so connected that sometimes you don't remember. You're like,
yeah, absolutely.
So it is unbelievable. Now we're gonna take a break in the minute, right? But when we come back from the break, what I want to talk about is your school that you started and the inspiration behind the school, and what is your mission with the school. So because obviously that school's changed my life.
It has.
Yeah, there goes tax accounting. No.
Yeah.
So if you really want an inspiration in life, this is something we're definitely going to talk about for people, because I think people need this. I think they're looking for direction, and you started it all. So as soon as we come back from the break, we're going to go into that. Lisa Williams, thank you so much. Talk to you right on the other side.
You're listening to OTR-FM, part of the IOM radio network.
Circle of Hearts Radio is a sanctuary on the airwaves. Join me, Grandmother Elia, in the circle on Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, as I share information to both enlighten and nourish your soul.
Being a radio host on IOM FM allows you to build your show on a rich platform with the power of the internet to fulfill your outreach goals and connect with a very specialized and global online audience, unlimited by time and distance. OMTimes Radio will provide you with web relevance, a recognizable conscious brand, and with the standard of excellence that has accompanied every single OMTimes endeavor. Host your show with OMTimes Radio Network. Are you trying to get from point A to point B and need a little advice? Connect with the counselors at OMTimes Advisors. Whether you're looking for a life coach or a spiritual intuitive, the advisors participating at advisors.omtimes.com were carefully chosen based on their gifts, skills, and professionalism. OMTimes Advisors, connecting you with the best advisors in the business.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me the Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
This is OTR-FM, part of the IOM radio network.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Colby, host of REBELations. Today we have Lisa Williams as our guest, which is a huge honor for me. And hello, Lisa.
Hey.
Yay. So what I want to talk about is your school, Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development. So you started this a few years ago. Now you've been teaching for many, many years, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Now, what inspired you to create this school?
You know, it was a multitude of things. I've been teaching. I'm actually a qualified teacher back in the UK. And I had been thinking about doing this for a long time. And I remember, it was that I've got Tony Stockwell to blame for all of this. I love blaming him because I shouldn't blame him because it was amazing. But we were talking about it one day, and he said, "Oh, I have a studio that I teach from," and I went, "I want that," and so then I thought, you know what, I really want to teach. What I really want to teach is I really want to teach mediumship, because it's my subject. I break it down very simplistically. I feel as though, and I shouldn't blow my own trumpet, but I am. I do feel as though the advanced courses are very, very good and well taught, with everybody. And I decided that everybody wants to look at mediumship, and really, I love teaching beginners mediumship, but sometimes you just need that extra kick. And as you well know, I am little bit boot campish, and I do kind of push. And I just feel sometimes it can be a little bit too much for the beginners. And I just wanted to do something. So I thought, for every realm, psychic, mediumship, intuition, cards, whatever it may be, I really wanted to create a school around this. And there's a lot of people that has inspired me. One being the Arthur Findlay College has inspired me, where I would eventually like to have my own property, that I could have my own Hogwarts, as I like to call it, which we started off in LA. But I would like to have a school that runs continually and it's lots of classes, almost like a normal school. And so I think the inspiration came partly because Tony Stockwell, something that John Holland said to me once as well about teaching, and really my grandfather was a massive inspiration to me, because he said, "Lisa, you're just a natural teacher." And I've been teaching since I was 14, one subject or another. I was teaching swimming at the age of 14. So it's very much in my blood. It's in my passion. I love teaching. And I actually think that I'm sometimes a better teacher than I'm a medium, but because I do push. And, after this weekend, I've just taught the advanced mediumship in Lilydale, where I live. And I've seen some phenomenal results, some absolutely amazing results from those students that I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are absolutely awesome. So to see them go from very, very green, very raw, very much, I'm not sure I can do this, to then suddenly sit in that exam and going, oh my gosh, I can actually do this. And walking out of that classroom and feeling elated because they've connected with someone and given someone the healing that they need is unreal. So it just makes me sit back as a proud mama bear and watch that. I love it.
I was just going to say, for anyone who doesn't know, we affectionately refer to you as Mama Bear.
Yeah, I know, everybody does. It's so funny.
It's great, but you do have this way of connecting with each and every student to find how they need to connect. What is it? What are the blocks? What is going to help them? And you get right to it. You get right to the core of it, and you do it quickly.
Yeah, I do. And it's not always people have moaned because, oh my God, you shouldn't do it that way. But quite honestly, and it's not a fast track, because mediumship, you can't fast track it. You've either got it or you haven't. But as you know, because now you're a master teacher, I have to get the students in a very vulnerable state, because once they connect to their soul, and it's not being vulnerable as in, opening yourself up and exposing yourself, but vulnerability in connecting to their soul and being vulnerable so other people can see them. And then once they're in that vulnerable space, then they can really connect to other people's souls, whether that soul is still living or who has actually crossed over. And I do a lot of that by music, and I do a lot of that by dance, and a lot of that by different techniques that does not involve mediumship. And it's quite amazing, the results. Even down to the day just before the exam, the students hate me. They're like, "No, you're going to break us again." But it's because I see what's in them, and I'm not breaking them at all. But I just make them see, and I want them to experience what I'm seeing in them. And, people walk out there crying. They're like, "Oh my God, my makeup's running and I've got to do a reading now." I'm like, "Come on, suck it up. You'll be fine." And once they get into that headspace, they go, "You know what? That was the best thing," because what it did is it got them out of their head and into themselves of, I've just got to do this reading. Just got to do this reading. And they don't have time to think and get into their head, because that's the worst thing that, as you know, to do when you're a medium is get into your head.
Yeah, and it's been just the whole track with you, the whole from the Advanced Psychic and Mediumship along the entire way through the Master Teacher Program. You're so supportive of us. I mean, you help us in so many ways that are not through mediumship, just through life, to help us believe that we can do it.
Yeah.
And, it's life-changing.
Well, thank you. I'd like to think I do. I have a mentoring program, and those mentoring students, I say to them, listen, just, they have half an hour with me once a month, and I do videos and bits and pieces. And then they say to me, "Oh my God, Lisa, I can't believe that, you've spoken to me again. You've spent an hour and a half with me this month." I'm like, "So it's okay. I'm okay with that." And it's same with the advanced students. That we had a situation that happened in Australia, and a lot of the advanced mediumship students were being picked on by somebody, and so I stayed up till 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, looks like we can't hear you at the moment. So,
there you go.
Are you there? Okay, so you were up till 6 in the morning?
Yeah, I was up till 6 in the morning, and it was so funny because I wanted to make sure that my kids, my babies, were looked after. And to me, that's important. To me, I take care of my students, and it's, I have to, because I'm very protective. I really am.
Yeah, no, you are, but it is right. It is knowing that if we have a problem or a question or just not sure how to deal with something, you really are there for us. Thanks. and beyond the course and just in life. And it's kind of knowing, when we do have those bigger questions, it's like, oh, Lisa knows the answer. She can help guide us, or she'll give us the kick in the butt we need. Or
I try. I try.
Yeah, it's incredible. But you also, one of the things too about your teaching is, you teach the practicality as well. So it's about connecting. You'll give us real life situations and scenarios and how to deal with them. And it's so practical in that way as well.
Yeah, I think it's very important. So with the advanced mediumship or the advanced psychic, I will absolutely take the students through what it's like to deal with an irritating customer, irritating client, whether they're very skeptical, whether they are very cynical, whether they are the constant question asker, whether they sit there and are just, I don't believe. And that is very, very irritating, obviously, because you're trying your best. And so I shouldn't say irritating, but we get problematic clients like everybody.
You do, definitely.
Yeah, you do. And I think I have to put everybody through that. The same with the master teacher that you took as well, where I will take the teachers through those those different student types, the student types where we can see the mothers, the ones that are grieving, the ones that are the constant question askers, the ones that big ego, and I think those exercises are very invaluable, because I don't think you get them anywhere else, and unless you've had the experience of teaching, which I have for over many years, you don't get it, and I think it's very important to see that.
Yeah, it is so important, and it just helps, as a teacher, when you do have that experience with that client or with that student, you really do know how to handle it in actually the best way possible, that is for that recipient and for yourself. So it is extremely helpful.
That's right. Good. Yeah, it is. It is extremely helpful. I think it's important.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also, so when you see someone, when you see a student, how do you know at what level you want to take them or you want to be on them with the journey?
I can just look at them.
Okay.
It's so interesting because, there's an application form to fill out the advanced psychic and the advanced mediumship. And as much as they write all of this stuff, I only have to look at the photo, which is so interesting, because when I look at them, I can see it in their eyes. I can see the energy that they resonate on, and I can see what's within them. So obviously, if anybody wants to, submit an application form, please do not wear sunglasses. But I can see it, and then obviously, I read the answers, which are very important, and I don't know, it just resonates with me. It's so interesting.
Well, it's probably that connection with spirit. It's you're always downloading the information.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Spirit does actually say that to me. They go, yes or no. And I'm like, really? Yeah. This is obvious. And they go, yes. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So we're going to take a break in just a minute here. And when we come back, I'm going to go ahead and tell everyone about this Psychic Medium Summit that you've decided to hold. But I'm going to make everybody wait until after the break before we go into it. So if anybody is looking for you, it's lisawilliams.com. And I will see you right on the other side of the break, Lisa.
You're listening to OTR-FM, part of the IOM radio network.
Hi everyone, this is Shay Parker, the host of Best of the Best, which airs live right here on IOM Radio every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm super excited to bring you expert guest hosts, spiritual discussions, free psychic readings, and so much more. I can promise that you will not want to miss this one-of-a-kind, fun, yet touching, down-to-earth show. Join us every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific on OTR-FM. This is Shay Parker, and I can't wait to see you there.
Being a radio host on IOM FM allows you to build your show on a rich platform with the power of the internet to fulfill your outreach goals and connect with a very specialized and global online audience, unlimited by time and distance. OMTimes Radio will provide you with web relevance, a recognizable conscious brand, and with the standard of excellence that has accompanied every single OMTimes endeavor. Host your show with OMTimes Radio Network. As difficult as it is to believe, there are places in Africa where human traffickers sell albino children and their body parts for use in magic rituals. Humanity Healing International is actively working in Uganda to change this paradigm. The Albino Rescue Project finds albino children who are at risk and places them in safe schools and environments where they can learn and grow free from fear. To learn more or to sponsor a child, visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is.
Hello! Join us, Lisa Berry and Michelle Carter, every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the Mindset Makeover, What's Possible. Get ready to become present, clear, and unstuck, and start living fully, led by your heart. While you listen and feel this transformation through vibration of word, sound, and song, you'll open up to what's possible and experience your shift.
This is OTR FM, part of the IOM Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Colby. You're listening to REBELations. I have the incredible, internationally acclaimed medium, Lisa Williams here. Hello.
Hey.
So right before the break, we were talking about your school, Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development. We also call it LWISSD. But what you have coming up, you decided to have a summit, the Psychic Medium Summit, and it's a certification. So tell us, like, what was that inspiration? Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, what happened is a lot of people around the world have said, you know, you're never in our area. We can't go there. We can't visit you. I don't have the funds to travel and do the course. And I understand that it's a lot of time and money and investment. And so through the master teachers, I really wanted to get all the master teachers working through the school. And I was sitting having a conversation with Heidi, and she said, wouldn't it be great to have, you know, you to do the master teachers and we'll run it and everything else. And I went, well, why don't we just have every master teacher running it at the same time, the same place, well, at the same time, at the same weekend all around the world. And so I put the feelers out to all the master teachers, and 15 of you decided to take it on.
Oh, yeah.
And now we have 15 master teachers that are all around the world. We've got Australia, we've got New Zealand, we've got Norway, Sweden, and we've got America. And everyone's so like excited about it. I think we've had over 200 applicants so far.
Oh my goodness.
Summit. Yeah,
wow.
I think we have. And I've had to read all of those applications. It's so funny because I wake up in the morning at 6 o'clock and I start reading applications in on my phone.
Yeah. And not everybody gets accepted into the program.
No, sadly not. I I will give my thoughts on whether I should accept, whether they should be accepted or not. And then it's really up to the master teachers to finally decide. Because ultimately, I'm teaching them for the first 12 weeks. I'm teaching them for the first 12 weeks, but then they go into your classes.
Yes.
And so they are your students really, and so you're doing the homework with them as much as I am very much having contact. They are your students, and so you have the final say. So not everybody gets accepted, but I will say that probably 80% has been accepted so far.
Oh, well, that's really good. Yeah,
yes.
I think the people who know that they're ready for this step are definitely saying, hey, maybe I should try it.
Yeah. And I always say there's no harm in actually just trying it because quite honestly, you'd be surprised. I mean, I'm self-taught in mediumship. And so there's some amazing self-taught mediums out there that just may need a little tweaking. We all need a little tweaking. I work on my own skills and my own abilities, and I think it's just being guided in the right direction. You'd be surprised at how many people just go, I'm not sure I can do this, and then they find that they're accepted.
Yes. And for anyone who doesn't know, this is an Advanced Psychic and Medium certification. So you send your application in. You have the first 12 weeks with Lisa in these video tutorials and lessons. And you have 7, I think, conference calls.
That's right, yes.
And you help them along their development. Mm-hmm. The hardest part is the homework. I will say from personal experience. But the homework is great because you know what? It allows you to dig deeper into your own soul, into your own connection. Yeah. And you realize and expand in such ways that I didn't even think were possible. So, but I am a big fan of the homework. I mean, it really, it's a lot of homework,
Yeah.
but it's fabulous, and it really, really does help. So, and then so each applicant, you know, they'll send in their application. They can apply. If you go to LWISSDSummit.com, you'll see an apply tab. So go to that apply tab. That's where you can submit your application. Lisa personally reviews each and every application, right, Lisa?
Absolutely. Even in my bed, I'll review it.
Perfect. And then what happens is, now, do they tell you what area they want to study in? Is that what happens?
Yeah, they on the application form, there's a link that they can, it's a little drop down that they can actually decide where they want to study and who they want to study with, because some people have studied with a certain teacher, and they're quite happy to travel around the world with them. So that's how I look at it. So yeah, there's a little drop down. You can decide who you want to work with and where you want to be. And of course, everyone can change their mind. So if they decide, oh, you know what, I don't fancy doing here, I might want to go there, it's okay. You know, this is the beauty of it. It's very fluid. It's like spirit's very, very fluid. But what we all have is we all have our own natural students. So you have your students, I have my students. And it's in fact, people have said to me, it's so funny, people have said to me, I don't really want to go to Texas, Lisa. I know you're teaching the course, but I think I want to go to LA, or I think I want to go to New York. I'm like, okay, go.
Yeah.
Go, it's fine.
Yeah, it's actually been incredible. Like, you know, just to see some of the applicants, at least for me, they're all over the world. I was surprised. I was like, oh, how fun.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's super exciting. I mean, for me, this is just such a full circle experience. I remember the first time I walked in the doors of LWISSD, and now this. It's like having this honor to really give back and teach, you know, under your name and your principles is just so. I'm so grateful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's fabulous, and there's so many incredible master teachers. I mean, every single master teacher has done extensive training under you.
Yes, absolutely. They have, and I'm running the master teacher course again. I'm starting it again in October, but it is a 9-month course. It's a 9-month online course. Then at the moment, it's 3.5 weeks with me face to face in Lilydale next June, where you will be taken through advanced mediumship, the beginner's mediumship and psychic, advanced psychic. I'm also bringing a healing component into it this year as well, where you'll be taught by one of the healers that I have. So it's quite an all-round course actually, and the master teachers have gone through extensive training, and some of there's blood, sweat, and tears on that one, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's not an easy course, and some people just go, I can't do it. Oh my gosh! But what comes out of it, again, are phenomenal teachers, and I've had the pleasure of watching you teach, Colby, and it's remarkable to see this woman walk in, almost 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, probably a bit longer, and then to see you now, it's an amazing journey, and I've watched all master teachers do that, and it's quite incredible, absolutely incredible. I'm very proud of them all.
It is great. I mean, I remember when we were doing service at the school, and do you remember I was in tax season because I was a tax accountant.
Oh gosh,
and
yes.
I was leaving work, rushing on a Sunday to get out of the office to make it up to service. And but boy, the minute I walked in that door, I knew that this was where my heart was, and you helped me see that, and I think you can help so many other students find that within themselves as well.
Yeah, Well, thank you. And you that was a bit of a tough move for you. That really was. Like, oh my gosh, I'm giving up the tax. Oh God.
Well, it's so secure and, reliable.
I know.
But I do remember you saying there's two things guaranteed, death and taxes, and I do both.
Right. You do both. You're never going to be without a job, honey.
Yeah, there we go. So for anyone, the Advanced Psychic Medium course, it starts July 11th. Yes. And there's a 4-day intensive. So wherever someone applies, their intensive is going to be in that city. So when people apply to Los Angeles, they will be with me, and they will spend those 4 days all with me.
Yes, they will.
And we do it October 6th through the 9th is the 4-day intensive.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be run all over the world exactly on those days. But the first 12 weeks is with myself online. Yep. I will also be doing all of those webinars. I will be doing all of those conference calls. So you get to talk to me personally, and we can at least go through any problems that you may have, anything that is coming up, anything that you really want to discuss. Because I think it's very important that your teacher is there for you.
Yeah, and you were always there for us. And I know I look forward to the team I'm going to have and working with them. And just, it's so nice to be able to offer that support and help people through those times when I had such self-doubt or questions, and just knowing I had the master teachers before me to rely on. So this is just, it's so exciting. And the fact that we get to do it all together, all around the world, this is like unheard of. It's never been done.
No, it hasn't. It has never been done. Well, not that I've known, so yeah, it's never been done. I'm quite excited about it.
Always the pioneer.
I like to try.
So we're going to take our last short break in just a minute. But again, if anybody is interested in this program and you say, I don't know if I'm ready, send in an application. Just find out. Send it up to the guides, and Lisa and myself, and go to www.LWISSDSummit.com. And we will come right after the break and talk to Lisa some more.
You're listening to OTR FM, part of the IOM radio network.
Do you have time to read that inspiring book or that blog post you've been meaning to get to? In your busy world, how do you improve yourself and keep your life going? I'm Lisa Kay, and my Between Heaven and Earth radio show can transform your life just by listening. Be uplifted with inspiring topics, positive stories, and ideas that really work. Between Heaven and Earth Radio is conscious living for your soul, every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
Host your show on IOM FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community. OMTimes Magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organization, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. OMTimes, co-creating a more conscious lifestyle.
Hi, this is Sylvia Henderson, intuitive life coach and energy healer. Are you ready to elevate and rise way above your normal? Be sure to listen to my show, Intuitive Transformations, on OMTimes Radio, Sunday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern. Get the inspiration you need to transform your life.
This is OTR FM, part of the IOM radio network.
Welcome, welcome, welcome back, everybody. This is Colby, and we just before the break were talking to Lisa Williams about the Psychic Medium Summit that she's got coming up, and it's going to be really exciting, Lisa. I'm really, really looking forward to this.
Yeah, I am too, actually. I kind of get a little bit excited every time I see an application come in.
Yeah. It is so much fun, and it is going to be quite an experience for anyone who goes through it, because it is a long program, but it's one that will really help people develop every stage of their gift.
Yes, absolutely, and I think what it's going to do is it's going to really push you to a level that you really probably didn't expect you could get to, and that's important.
Yeah, absolutely. And so again, for anyone who wants to apply, go to LWISSD Summit, go to the apply button. You can also go to the master teachers and look at the various master teachers. You can see what areas the course is going to be held for the 4-day intensive. So all the information is right there on the website that Lisa created. So take a moment, go there, and then put it out there to the universe. You can do it. And so Lisa, now you're going on a cruise. You're doing a cruise, right?
I am. Oh my gosh, this is the best part of my job sometimes.
Yeah. How hard is it to have to go on a cruise and connect? So it's October 15th to the 22nd, correct?
Yes, that's right. We are on a cruise. There is many different people going, and it's fantastic because we're all doing our own little workshops. We're all doing our own little thing. I know my friend Denise Lynn is going on there as well. So I'm doing an evening with spirit messages, and I'm also doing a workshop as well. I'm doing private readings on the ship as well. I'm not sure my boyfriend will like that, but never mind, it's not up to him. But I will be doing private readings on the ship as well, which will have to be booked in advance, obviously. But so yeah, I'm kind of excited about this. I haven't been on a cruise for a while, and I used to do a lot of it previously, probably about 5 years ago. I used to do a lot of workshops on the cruises, and I just thought, why not?
Yeah, no, it sounds like a lot of fun. Now, where is the cruise going?
I believe it's going. Now, I always say the Caribbean. You guys say the Caribbean. We're going. Oh gosh, I think we're going to St. Martin, St. Thomas.
Oh wow.
Florida Keys. Oh, it's beautiful. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
And then if people go to your website, can they join there? Can they sign up there?
Yeah, just go to my website, lisawilliams.com, nice and easy, and they can find all the details about it, yeah.
Okay, and this is open to anybody, right?
Anyone.
Okay.
Even if you just want to connect to your loved ones or your dog or, your family members, your spirit guides. Yeah. It's open to everybody because I am going to do something that's very, more beginners. It's not advanced. This is more aimed at the beginners.
I mean, this is a great thing if someone's been looking to develop a gift or even just find out some more about it, yet go on a vacation.
Oh, absolutely.
This is like the best of both worlds.
Absolutely. And there's some great teachers on there. It's not just me. There's a lot of other teachers. So it's worth checking out. Absolutely.
Wow. And then you going to Colombia?
I know. I'm going to Colombia and I'm doing psychic development and mediumship 1 day, which is they're classing it as level 1. So I'm wondering if they're going to take me back for level 2 and 3. I'm hoping so. And of course I'm doing a show. So yeah, Colombia, I'm so excited actually. I've never been.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. And when are you going?
I'm going in September. I don't know the exact dates.
Okay.
But it's on my website. But yeah, I'm super excited.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Wow, what an experience. And then in November, you are going to Arizona because you do Celebrate Your Life every year.
Yeah, I do Celebrate Your Life. And Colette Baron Reed, John Holland, and I, we're going to be doing the 3 mediums as well again.
Great.
So that's going to be fun. And then obviously season starts in Lilydale, and I'm going to be doing my Lilydale things as well. So there's a lot going on. I always say to people, go to lisawilliams.com and you can find out all about me and where I'm going.
Yeah, and for anyone who doesn't know what Lilydale is, give us a little bit of what Lilydale is.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sitting in Lilydale right now. It is just the most amazing spiritual community. It is actually the largest community for spiritualism in the world. Now, spiritualism is the study of life after death. It is actually a religion of mediumship. And so there's lots of little cute houses dating back to the 1800s. We have an inspirational stump. And every single day in season, we have, it's quite funny because you see little groups, they move in packs. They go from the stump, then they go to the auditorium, then to Healing Temple, then back to the stump. To do all these messages and to get messages and to really be inspired, the fact that just to know that life continues on and that there's no real end.
Yeah, and and also what's great about Lilydale is people can stay in Lilydale and also take classes and workshops and again attend these healings and messages all day long.
Absolutely, and there's so many workshops. There's so many classes. I'm teaching this year. There's Colette Baron-Reed, Tony Stockwell, James Van Prague. I'm trying to think, Sunny Dawn Johnson. There's quite a few big names that are coming to talk. And then there's all sorts of little classes as well, from healing to astrology to, mediumship to connecting with the animals. Random, like crazy stuff that you would never even think of. It's all covered in Lilydale, and it's amazing. And you really have got some amazing teachers here who know their stuff. We do spirit art and all sorts of stuff. It's
everything.
fun.
Yeah, it is kind of nice because when you go there, it's like you're going back in time, and but you're also, it's like you're breathing in spiritualism, and you're around everybody who believes in it, right? And so it's so nice. It feels like the world you really want.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is. I came in here probably half an hour before the show, and it's almost like time stops. It's just phenomenal. And everybody's so lovely. Everyone's so nice, and it's just fantastic.
And now you've been on the East Coast for, almost 2 years now, right?
I know, it'll be 2 years in November. I can't believe I left it. I can't believe I left
LA.
67-degree heat in LA and drove cross country to 2 foot of snow.
Yeah, I can't believe it either.
No, me either. I was quite shocked, but I did it, and I'm so happy here. I love it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and you really, look at all the healing and helping that you're doing there. It's kind of like wherever you go, you leave your mark.
That's right. It's crazy. Well, I try to anyway.
Yeah, no, it's really, really unbelievable how you help change and shape lives of, not just your clients, but your students as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so you're also, now for anyone who follows you on social media, you have Twitter. Yeah, you have Facebook.
Yep.
And is your handle just Lisa Williams?
No, so Twitter is LW Medium. Lisa Williams Medium on Instagram. Then it's I think it's Lisa Williams Medium on Facebook. So I've got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I don't use Twitter very often. It's really weird. I just don't. But those are the main three that I do have.
Okay, so people can follow you on social media that way as well.
I've worked out Snapchat. I'm trying to work out Snapchat.
I know. I never can figure it out either.
Yeah, I can't. My son can get it, and he's 16. He's like, "Mom, it's so easy." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's weird."
I know. We all kind of miss the Snapchat days.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh gosh, I can't do it.
So now, other than the cruise and Colombia and Celebrate Your Life, what is your overall mission with Spirit?
My overall mission really is just to comfort people, to help them understand that there is a life after death. There is a transitional change, and it is just a transition. It's just the fact that we no longer need this physical earthly body, that we are transitioning into a higher realm, a higher vibrational energy, and that we still can communicate with our loved ones even though they've crossed. And I really do want to bring mediumship back to its roots, really back to what mediumship is, and not connecting in a psychic capacity, but more very much in a spirit-led based way. And it's when you see the difference, it's so powerful. And when we talk psychic ability, we're using our senses, but by really connecting to spirit, we're actually making spirit our best friend. And that's what I really want to bring in, because I think it's so powerful. We all live together in a universal energy.
We do. And it seems like, people feel like it's so far away from them when they lose a loved one, but that loved one is so much around them. And when you have that opportunity to show them, it's like, and bring that person into the room in a way that the client can understand. Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Yeah. So you are doing just such amazing work, just not even just for mediums, but for the world.
I'm trying.
You are, and it's incredible. And I'm truly, truly honored to just be a part of this with you. So
I'm honored that you are on the journey with us, honestly.
Well, I don't think I really had much of an out, but
you didn't really. I'm like, are you doing it or not?
I didn't think you were gonna let me go anyway. So
I'm going to.
but I'm glad Mama Bear helped Colby along.
Oh yes, I did.
So I really want to thank you so much again for
Thank you for joining us for Shay Parker's Best of the Best. Be sure to tune in next week for more lively discussion topics. Have a great week, and don't forget to check out bestamericanpsychics.com in case you need some professional, ethical, and accurate psychic advice from the nation's best psychics.